Hey guys, Prowl 1701 here. Today we're going to be reviewing Day of the Daleks, the Omnibus version, the 1973 repeat. That is on the Season 9 box set. It looks good on the shelf right there. Got some nice Pertwee goodness going on right here. Had to rearrange the shelf, running out of room. I've always liked Day of the Daleks. It's one of my favorite Dalek stories. I do traditionally watch the special edition. I like the enhanced effects, even if the enhanced effects do get a little carried away sometimes in it. Like sometimes there's enhanced effects where it doesn't need enhanced effects. But by and large, especially the fight scenes, it makes the fight scenes look a lot better. Having actual physical laser blasts is a huge improvement. I'd only watched the original version of the story once, the very first time I watched the story. It's always been special edition after that. I consider that the definitive version. So I wanted to watch the Omnibus version, one, just because I've never seen it. And two, I was curious to see what they would cut out and how that would affect the flow of the story. And three, it did give me an excuse to see a version of the story with the original effects again, to see years later what I would think of the original effects. And to be honest, the original effects for the most part hold up pretty well. The only time they really suffer is when there's battling going on, really. Because in the original version there's no lasers. When they fire, it just makes a sound and then whatever they're hitting just vanishes. Now, the target dying, disintegrating, looks fine in the original version. Matter of fact, you could even argue it looks better than in the special edition when they just kind of turn into clumps of dirt. Those both look good. I'm fine either way, but the actual disintegration looks fine in the original version. But the lack of having laser blasts always bothers me. That's a huge thing that irks me. And I like that in the special edition, the Ogron guns shoot green beams and the good guy guns shoot yellow beams, and the Daleks, of course, shoot blue beams. I do like that a lot better. It makes the fight scenes more interesting. Excuse me. The Omnibus version runs good. I didn't notice a lot of what's cut out because my memory's not the best in the world, so I don't notice every little thing. The main thing that stood out that's different is the controller, the human guy who's working with the Daleks when he gets killed. In the regular version of the story, it's because he does kind of turn on the Daleks by allowing the Doctor to escape, because he kind of does have a change of heart. And he has that nice line at the end, like, who knows, I may have helped destroy you. And that kind of subplot is cut out to where basically in this version they just kill him because he hasn't managed to succeed in capturing the Doctor. He's failed too many times, so they assume he's a traitor and they kill him. The Daleks do not tolerate failure well. So it fits. It's different, but it fits. That was the main thing that stood out. Other times, it'll cut real fast. I'm like, okay, something got cut out there. That's probably where something got edited out. But I didn't really notice what it was. At 60 minutes, the Omnibus version is 60 minutes. It goes by at a pretty quick clip. I still like the pacing. There's always stuff going on. There's really nothing to drag it down. You're never going to get bored in it anywhere. It's all if there's any fat to the story, which I've never really thought of Day of the Daleks having a lot of fat, to be honest. But if there is any, it is completely trimmed out. The story's still good. I like Day of the Daleks, a lot of action. The guest cast are all really good. I like the fact the Brigadier gets to yell at Sir Reginald Styles, because Sir Reginald Styles is a very vain, obstinate man, as the Doctor observes. And I like how the Brigadier just kind of yells at him. I love that. Notice the Omnibus version does not cut out that one shot of Katie where her skirt is not covering her properly. There's one very big standout moment of that in the 22nd century, and that's still in there. But I still enjoy it. The biggest problem also is the original Dalek voices. Let's be honest, the special edition, even if they had added no new effects, the updated Dalek voices really helped the story in the special edition. The original Dalek voices are not that good. Now, to be fair, I adjusted to them. By the end of the story, I had gotten used to them, and while I still didn't think they were great, it wasn't distracting me from the story. It was fine. By the end of it, I was like, okay, that's the Dalek voices. Now, at the beginning, we must go for the communication. I'm sitting there going, ooh, The chase sounds way better. Power of the Daleks, way better. Evil of the Daleks, way better with the voices. The voices, woo. But again, I adjusted to them over the course of the story. There was actually one part I thought where the guy doing the Dalek voices was pretty well. When he's talking to the human controller and he's like, "Do not dispute with the Daleks. Humans' job is to obey and do what they're told." That actually worked. The way he was doing that there actually worked. And then there's the one Dalek who talks more like this than like a Dalek. That's just weird. That's just weird. That one Dalek voice doesn't sound like a Dalek voice. It's really weird. It's like, I don't know. It's like he's got a cold or something, you know. Yeah, he got like Dalek laryngitis or something. It's just his voice is a little off. But yeah, I still enjoy it. The location work looks good. It was nice to have an opportunity to watch it with the original effects and to kind of, again, see the pace it would move at. And I did like the location work. The restoration looks good, I will admit. I'm not one of those people that can tell exactly how much better. You know, I'd have to be literally comparing the DVD to the Blu-ray to really see the difference. But the colors really did pop. They really stood out. You know, the grass looked very green, that kind of thing. The Doctor's red jacket was very, very red. So I did like the color grading in it a lot. I'm not sure if the special edition of the story on the Blu-ray is high definition or standard definition. I don't know if it's just the DVD standard definition or if it's upgraded to high definition. Somebody can tell me that. I'll probably watch the special edition again at some point, but not for a while. I need to move on and watch The Mutants and the Time Monster both for the first time. So the Omnibus version, I like it. I like Day of the Daleks. I am glad I rewatched this because I've always said that Day of the Daleks Special Edition, Regular Edition has always been the biggest gulf between how much I like two versions of the same story. Like a lot of times I'll like the Special Edition a little more, or the updated effects a little more, but not a whole lot. But Day of the Daleks, I always really like the special edition more, even if, again, they get a little carried away with the updated effects sometimes where they're unnecessary. But I can definitely say rewatching this, the original effects, for the most part, you know, barring not having lasers and the original Dalek voices, most of the effects are fine. They're fine. They get the job done. They look like classic Who effects. And so my appreciation for the original version of Day of the Daleks has gone up to where that gulf between it and the special edition isn't quite what it used to be. So I will definitely give it that. So, Day of the Daleks. Day of the Daleks. I cannot talk today. Day of the Daleks, the Omnibus version. What do you think of it? Have you watched it yet? Comment down below. Excuse me. And let me know. What's your favorite version? The original, the Omnibus, or the special edition? I would like to know your thoughts on it. Other things to do, don't forget to click the like button. And the subscribe button. That helps me out. I am trying to reach 1,000 subscribers in 2023. That's my goal here in the anniversary year, so I appreciate any help with that. I also have a Patreon that helps me pay the bills. If you would like to contribute to that, there's a link to that down in the description below. Several different tiers to choose from. I want to give a shout out to some of my top tier patrons, Colin Coney, Finn Perkins, Stephen Crane, and Unknown289. I appreciate their support as I do the support of all of my patrons. I also have a P.O. box if there's anything you would like to send me to look at and review. Not many classic Doctor Who stories left I haven't seen. Not many. We're counting down on them. We really are. Link to my Amazon wish list is down there as well. Most importantly, though, thank you for watching.